All right, let me just fuck with the lighting really fast because I fucking actually that's not bad. Actually, I like that. Okay, good. All right, I'm gonna give it a second for everybody to file into the video. Title of the video is "Getting Laid is as easy as not giving a fuck." And actually, here I'm gonna turn off that AC really fast. Give me 1 second, guys. Oh. All right, good, perfect. All right, I'm gonna be jumping right into it just so for anybody that watches the video after the fact, you guys don't have to be waiting this entire time for me to let everybody jump into the video. I know it's also kind of late too. I've been working all day. I've been handling a lot of stuff over here in Vegas, coaching wise. And so if you guys if you guys were interested in coaching, definitely text me up at 702-841-9909. It's in the description below. Otherwise, I'm going to be jumping into this. For anybody that does have any questions, though, you guys can leave in the comment section to the side. I'll be answering the comments throughout the video. I'm on a bit of a time crunch because I have to run off to a boot camp here in about an hour. So, and I'm not completely ready yet. I know it looks like the douchebag look seems to be on point right now. But yeah, here. So let's just jump into it. So, what do I mean by getting laid as easy as not giving a fuck? You guys probably, honestly, if you guys have been watching my channel for a while, you guys probably have an idea of where I'm going to be going with this video. But I'm going to go really intricate with this. Okay. I'm going to go really deep because a lot of you guys do care too much. And I have client after client I get on phone calls with who has this issue where they put so much pressure on girls to like them, on girls to receive them properly. And I know how that is because I do the same fucking thing. And I have all these different strategies that I use myself, that my friends use, that my clients use to unhook from this, to allow themselves to just like let things flow and to not care and to just be authentic. And so that's what this video is going to be about. It's going to be about the act of not giving a fuck. Yes, it is. The title is very self-explanatory, but the act of actually doing it is very fucking difficult. If everybody could just like let go and you just become a vacuum of qualification, you could just absolutely fucking believe in yourself. This shit would be so easy. Just believe in yourself blindly. Like if you could just do that, if you could also just easily just approach all the girls you want, if you could just boom, 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 but that's also difficult too. Wouldn't it just be easy if approaching was easy? If it was just effortless? Wouldn't it be easy if like you just didn't care about the girls? If you just assumed your value and you believed in yourself in a high value way, you believed that you were this amazing, charismatic, beautiful individual. When you talk to a girl, you're so blithely just confident in yourself that that the girls can't help but fall into your frame. Which this is actually called a reality distortion field. You believe in yourself so much that everybody else around you starts believing in you too. People such as Steve Jobs had this. Conor McGregor had this. Logan Paul, Andrew Tate, a lot of these guys who are very like high up, they believe in something so strongly that it makes other people bend around them and start falling to the frame. It creates a cult-like effect. But what if the cult you're trying to create is the cult of you? What are you trying to create? The cult of you, the cult of I'm the best, I'm the shit, I'm a bad motherfucker, I'm awesome. And what if that's what you wanted to do? What if that's the effect you wanted to give off? Well, that's what this video is going to be about. When you're talking to girls and you're going out, how do you stop giving a fuck? Because we all know that not caring, that believing yourself and not caring about the outcome with the girl, and also being, flirtatious, still having an intent, but with freedom of outcome, which again is something that a lot of people have a hard time with. That's what we're touching on. You want to have outcome. You want to have an outcome in mind. Like you want to have intent. Well, you want to have intent, but freedom of outcome. If the outcome comes, not a big deal, but you still want to have intent. You still want to be a man to woman. Otherwise, it's friend to friend, or it's gay to girl, which, the girl's going to be like, oh my God, he's so awesome. And he starts petting you like you're a dog. We don't want that, guys. We don't want that. We want girls to actually find you sexy. We want girls to find you beautiful. We want girls to find you like this Don Juan, like sexy guy that she can't wait to get home with. So that's going to be that's going to be what we're going to be getting into in this video. So let's just jump right into it. So this obviously the whole idea behind having intent with freedom of outcome is so fucking difficult for people. And it took me a long time to kind of understand this. And it's something that's almost beyond words. It's like you want to be man to woman, you want to go after the girl, but at the same time too, you want to be like whatever with the results, while still also leading it forward to the close, while also still leading it forward to getting the girl that you truly want. It's this weird dichotomy, this balancing act between the two. You go one way and then you go the other way, then you go one way, then you go the other. So actually here, that's actually a really good point that I'm actually going to add to my notes over here. I'm going to actually go into that in a quick second. Pendulum. I'll explain the concept here in a bit. So these are all concepts I usually go through with like guys that get in coaching with me. Obviously, I go a lot more in depth with them on these subjects, but I want to give you guys an overview of how to actually use these because these are things that I've learned from so many coaches, and I've also used and I've learned through coaching and doing this stuff every day, day in, day out, going out approaching girls all the fucking time as my job. So here, let's do it. Okay, so first and foremost, what are girls into? What are girls like? What are girls attracted to? Girls are attracted to status. Now, status can come in many different ways. Status honestly can come in the form of height, but that's why we're not gonna play that game. Status can also come in the form of looks. But then again, you can also have that's something that you can control. Like obviously, all of us are trying to work on our image and trying to improve it. I am too. If you can't tell, I'm trying my best to improve this. But there's something even more powerful than either, and that's just straight status. Straight status. It is like status of movement, of body language, of belief, and the body. Like so, your belief system drives your body language. And it's something that when you understand on a deep level, like body language, it helps, but you can't force it because if you don't believe you are somebody that is of status, though I tell you, hey, have eye contact. Hey, move in a sexy, slow way, have a cocky smile, move in like you can't help but like be jerky when you're somebody that is anxious when you're talking to a girl because you believe the girl is higher value or has something that you want or need. So what do? You can't help but like shift from foot to foot. So like it's actually I'll show you guys. So when you're nervous, what do? You shift from foot to foot like this. How many times have you guys seen a guy do this? Where a guy is nervous, and so he shifts the weight from foot to foot. Like you guys probably, so many guys do this. Now, it's you guys are trying to exert energy in some way, form, or fashion. For me, the way I do it is I pull on my beard, or I'll scratch my head, or I'll fidget. I fidget with things whenever I'm nervous. The way I used to handle this was I put something in my pocket and I'd play with it. So I'd have something really intricate, like maybe like a design, like a metal design, and I'd run my fingers around it. And that'd help calm me down and get that nervous, fidgety energy out. And so nobody'd see it. Now I'm just straight calm, which we'll get into again here in a second. You can also have value. So again, value sexy. You can also have value of pre-selection. If you're surrounded by women and women like you, pre-selection, that's also value. It's value. Women are saying that you're valuable. So then you become valuable. Leader of men, being a leader of men in your industry, which for men to follow you, men are very smart about how intelligent or how good somebody is at something. If you want to be a leader of men, you have to actually be good at something. A lot of my boys out here, I have like a gang of guys out here that love the fuck out of me, and they like me, not just because I care about them and because we're gangsters and like we're all because I'm loyal and because I'm authentic and honest and empathetic and care about them, but also because I am talented. I'm really good at what I do. I'm really good at helping out guys with girls, and I'm also know what I'm talking about when it comes to this. So the guys really respect me. They see it day in, day out of me like actually being good at this. And so what do? They respect me. They see it. So if you want to be a leader of men, become something that's worthy of respect. But back to the body language. Body language can come down to things such as body language, which is like loose body language, not this like fucking alpha, stick your chest out type shit. It's loose body language, loose language, slow body language. Like how does a lion move versus how does a deer move? Think about that. Mannerisms can be as simple as like, so like, see, like my hands are always so loose and I'm always so like gesturing, whatnot. Mannerisms, facial cues, like having a relaxed face, having loose facial features, also being able to express, while also having the ability to have stillness. It can also be in the tone. So speaking from your stomach, breathe into your stomach, speak from your stomach, and it deepens your voice, loosening your vocal cords. Like, so when you wake up in the morning, how much deeper is your voice than in the afternoon, in the late day? It's a lot deeper in the morning because your vocal cords are a lot looser because you just woke up. So if you're relaxed and you're calm, your voice deepens. Your voice deepens. It adds more resonance. Okay. All right. But all these things, you can't do any of these things if you don't feel like the man, if you don't feel like the shit, if you don't believe in yourself. Okay. It all comes down to mindsets, which we'll get into in a second. Now, back to the pendulum, the thing that I just mentioned at the beginning of the video, the pendulum. So the pendulum is this idea of you swing the pendulum one way, you swing it back. So some of you guys have too much intent, and when you have too much intent, what do? You swing the pendulum back to lack of intent, so to freedom of outcome. Now you have too much freedom of outcome where you're not pulling anymore, and you're not there's nothing behind your. Then you swing it back to intent. You swing it back and forth and back and forth and back and forth till you're like right in the center, and you have proper balance between the two. All right, that's what you want to do. So everything, there's a lot of things like this in this industry right here that are pendulum, they're about balance. This is one of those things about balance. So this is one of those things that needs balance. All right, it's this. It's one of those, this is one of those topics that's so esoteric and hard to verbally explain. It's more a tacit understanding or an emotional belief system. It's not something that you can verbalize. I've tried really hard for a lot of years try to verbalize this, and it's hard. I'll put it this way: it's a swing in the pendulum. You got go one way, go the other way, go one way, go the other. Now, a good conversation is like holding a bar of soap. Okay, so this is something I tell all my clients. A lot of you guys are like talking to, so all right, when you're holding a wet bar of soap, do you hold the wet bar of soap like this? So you're in the shower, you're holding wet bar of soap. Do you hold it like this, or do you hold it like this? Do you squeeze the shit out of it, or do you hold it like just like let it like sit in your hand? You let it just sit in your hand. Just assume the bar of soap's supposed to fucking be there, as opposed to like, all right, so the bar of soap's here, fuck, and it like squeezes out of your hand, and then you put another bar of soap in your hand. So like, let's say I was coaching you right now. Okay, let's say that I'm your coach, you're my client. Bar of soap in your hand. I take a bar of soap, I put it in your hand, and what do? You squeeze it, it flies out of your hand. Fuck. Okay, here we go again. All right, here's another bar of soap. Boom, and it squeezes out of your hand. No, stop. Don't grip it. Just let it sit. And you're like, ugh, and you keep fucking up. If you just let the bar of soap sit there as you would a conversation, just assume the conversation is supposed to be there, it would just be there. But a lot of you guys come from a place of lack where you guys are so thirsty for conversations, where you need an outcome. Instead, you should just assume that the outcome is there, that you are valuable as an entity, that you are valuable, and that the conversation is supposed to be there. The same way that friends are supposed to be there, girls are supposed to be there, the lifestyle, the money, the this, the that. You probably have things in your life that you just assume are supposed to be there. You probably have a nice roof over your head, probably have maybe a mom that loves you, maybe this, that, maybe cool friends, maybe you have a girlfriend. The more that you assume that thing's supposed to be there, it will be there in one form or another. Let's say you lose something. Like, so let's say like, actually here, actually that's a good point to move to a different topic actually with this, which will be a good transition. When you guys go out, you make women your focal point. When you go out, you're like me. You're supposed to like me. The whole point of me approaching you is so that you like me. Now, here's the issue with that. It puts a lot of pressure on the girl. And also, you're going to start in little ways being manipulative or being button pushy or being fidgety or not authentic or this or that. And women are really good at picking this shit up. And when they pick that shit up, what do? They leave because you're trying to grip the bar of soap. You're trying to make sure the bar of soap stays there. And what does it do? Because you're being manipulative, because you're doing this, that, because you're not being authentic or relaxed or confident or badass, feeling yourself, loving yourself. What happens? The girl leaves, right? Yeah. So that's the first thing I want you guys to understand. You guys have to learn how to let go of this. And here's how you do this. Now, one of my strategies is honestly approach a lot of girls in a night. So I usually set a goal of approaching 15 to 20 girls in a night for my warm up. To be fair, usually me and friends usually pull before that, but 15 to 20 approaches in a night is a proper amount to approach a night. And if you approach that many girls, guess what? If one girl doesn't like you and then you approach another and then you approach another and you approach another, eventually it's like, oh, if this girl doesn't like me, I can just go talk to another girl. And it gives you a sense of abundance in the environment. So you approach one girl. She doesn't like me. Cool. I'll go talk to her. Oh, cool. This girl doesn't like me. I'll go talk to that one. And you just keep doing it over and over. And eventually you get this sense of abundance. And so when you talk to a girl, it's cool if this works out or not. I think you're sexy and I'll be masculine with you. I don't like you. But if you don't like me, guess what? On to the next. Some will, some won't. So what? Move on. Some will, some won't. So what? Move on. Okay. I want you guys to memorize that. Okay. Now, other than this, I'll put it down like this. So frat boy scientist dichotomy. It's another strategy I teach to clients, and I think I've put into a few of my videos, but I'll reiterate over this video. When you got, oh shit, I almost spilled my water on my fucking notebook. When you guys are at home, you guys can think this stuff through to such a deep level. So if you guys see this shit, I have notes upon notes. I have so many notebooks just all over my desk. My entire career in this has just been notebooks and online color notes and notepads and shit like that. And just me thinking critically of how I can improve. Yes, be a scientist. Sit down. I got if you guys would see my wall right now, I always use every place I have. It's covered in papers and whiteboards, and I have all these different things. I got strategies I'm working on for my own game, and then things I'm working for the business and my clients and this and that. And you guys need to be doing the same thing when you get home. Be like a scientist when you go home. However, when you're in the club, turn from a scientist to a frat boy. Turn your brain the fuck off. What does this mean? Scientist frat boy dichotomy, write it down. When you're out, you want to focus on this. So this is the ultimate thing. You're a frat boy, okay? How do frat boys act? They're fun, relaxed, expansive, and they care more. They care so much about the fun and adding to the fun more than they do about trying to get a girl to come home with them. They make a party out of every situation they're in. They're Moses parting the Red Sea, but instead of leading his people to the promised land, you're leading people to a better time. Okay, so every interaction you're in, how can I make this person have even more fucking fun? How can I have fun with this person? How can I be selfish in this way? How can I have fun with this person? Now, from here, you want to create a secondary goal. So you have a couple goals already, approaching a certain amount of people and then being a frat boy. Now, this is the third goal. You want to create a tertiary goal. The tertiary goal is what you're working on to help you out long term. So you want to create one thing, maybe two. If the one thing you're working on is not that big a deal, you can work on self-amusement, eye contact, body language, maybe a tactic, pulling, masculine energy. You become a vacuum of qualification, which I talk about a lot of my videos. Basically, it's like this idea that you never qualify and you don't care, you don't qualify so much that it creates a vacuum that people have to fill. And they fill your lack of qualification with their qualification, which feeds them and they invest in you, which makes them like you more. Because the more they invest in you, the more they must like you. The more a girl qualifies to you, the more she must like you. Now, for a lot of you guys where maybe you guys go out tonight and this is really difficult, understand this is also macro momentum. It's not, if you have a hard time with this, understand that you don't have to be good at this tonight. You don't have to be good at letting go tonight. This is something that you're getting better at as time goes on. You start letting go more and more as you go out night after night. Because if you don't take a girl home tonight, you probably take a girl home tomorrow. If you don't take a girl home tomorrow, you take her home in a week or a month or this or that. And it's like, dude, you have so much time to get good at this. Take your time. Be patient. Every day you go out and you're expansive, the better your game gets, the more likely you are to take a girl home, the more fun you have. And dude, honestly, at some point, it stops being so much about the girl. It's like, when I go out, everybody knows me when I go out. Everybody knows me. Like, I got my friend over here in the other room. She's going to be coming out with me tonight. We are going to go out and she's seen me out and about. Everybody's like my best friend when I hit the clubs. Everybody loves me. And I do honestly, I have so much fun. I have just so much fun talking to my friends as I do girls. I have so much fun with my friends, just fucking around, not being serious, not trying to talk to girls and just having fun, just being stupid and lithe. And to be fair, that actually makes me sexier to women. Which actually takes me to my next point. Why do you need women? Why do you need women in this whole thing? Why do you need the girl to go home with you? Because you need to prove something to yourself? Yeah, sex is fun. Yeah. But you shouldn't make sex the end goal be all, like the end all be all, because if you refine yourself into a beautiful entity, into a like a crisp man, and it's somebody that women would love to be with, guess what? As a byproduct, you're gonna start taking girls home. So why are you focusing? So it's like you want to get, it's like actually I don't want to use that analogy actually right now, but I'll put it this way. Make the goal about you and becoming more charismatic, not the women. Okay, it's not about getting a girl, because the act of becoming more charismatic and learning how to play the game correctly as opposed to getting the girl will make this way more beautiful and will make you love life tenfold more. And will also, honestly, also get you the girl in the end anyway. So like if you just take the goal off, because I know a lot of you guys are very goal-oriented individuals. I know that. I know a lot of you guys because I coach you guys left and right. I have probably like 4 dozen different guys I'm working with right now. And a lot of you guys are very intelligent people. And when intelligent people come to my coaching calls, you guys are so goal-oriented. And yes, be goal-oriented, but this game is not, it is a soft skill, but it's also a psychological skill. It's a manipulation of yourself, not manipulating other people. It's manipulating yourself over the women. You want to believe in yourself. You want to have amazing internal dialogue. You want to train yourself to believe in yourself and love yourself, to have really, if you're constantly beating yourself up and beating yourself into the earth, guess what's going to happen? You're going to go out and be like, I suck because like this, that, these are all the reasons I suck. And you have this internal dialogue that has been trained in you to hate yourself and to be negative. And guess what? You think that you're being this way. You think that you're like, that this is going to get you the women because you're like, now you're driving yourself forward. I thought that too. No, it doesn't. It makes your game worse. It stunts your growth and prevents you from actually getting good at this. Girls want a guy that believes in himself. Before the girl can believe in you, you have to believe in yourself first, which I have a lot of techniques that I do in coaching calls and stuff like that, which I've talked about in different videos and stuff like that. And I talk about in coaching calls. So I don't know. It's like, it's not that big a deal. I just want you guys to know that believing in yourself helps out a lot. So here, firstly, yeah, brainwash yourself, start changing your internal dialogue, start paying attention to the way you think and the way you move, like the internal dialogue. Secondarily, win a lot. Start in life, start hustling, working your ass off, being intelligent with the work you put in, because dumb work is dumb. Dumb work is gonna hold you back. But if you merge a lot of work with intelligent work, that's the best pairing of traits in a man. I'm smart and I know how to act a smart way, but I also could hustle, because you can hustle and you're smart. Now you like they feed each other and they multiply each other. All right, that's what a lot of this shit is. Um, Understand this. If you can't believe in yourself right now because you don't feel like you have a lot to going for you, think of yourself like Bitcoin. Okay. Now, if a girl does not like you right now, she will like you in the end of this. Over some period of time, she will like you. Why? Because you're Bitcoin. You're Bitcoin before Bitcoin blew up. If somebody invested in Bitcoin in like 2015, I think that's when it started. How rich would they be now? They'd be billionaires. They'd be like hundreds of millions of billionaires. They'd be rich as fuck. And so if a girl was smart enough to invest in you now, how rich would she be in 5 to 10 years? She'd be rich as fuck, because you're only getting better. Most guys don't accrue in value. Most guys go slowly down or really fast down. Some guys kind of peter and go up a little bit. Some guys go up really fast. That's a rare man. That's a rare man. Again, it's merging those two traits. And if you are that rare man that knows how to do that, knows how to hustle, you're going to fly up. You're going to get so good so fast. You're going to become such a brilliant, beautiful man, somebody that's so masculine and so powerful. Why would a girl not want to date you? She'd be stupid not to. But she doesn't know your Bitcoin. Dude, how many people invest in Bitcoin? I mean, like, you can't be mad at somebody for not knowing that Bitcoin blow up. You know it, though. You know you're going to blow up because you know the effort and the work you're putting into this. You go out week after week. You go and approach a ton of girls, even though you know you're going to probably get rejected, even though it's painful, even though you're doing something that does not align with your personality. You approaching girls like in a clean headspace. Approach people when it's scary, taking action that is terrifying for most people. So terrifying so that some guys would even wet their pants. I've had I've had boot camps where guys are like almost damn near pissing themselves, and I had to like physically move them like a puppet so they go say hi to a girl because there's nothing else I could have done. So with that being said, you are Bitcoin. You are going to blow up in this. You're a badass. You're a bad motherfucker. And you have to believe in yourself before she does. Whether you have that thing yet or not, you have the hustle, you have the drive, you have the want. And you've been watching this channel for a while. You've been maybe buying coaching, doing this. You're putting in the investments that are making you that person. The investments you're putting in now are going to make you and create you and mold you into that person you want to become. This is coming from a guy who used to be in the fucking dirt, in the mud. Used to suck at the shit. Used to have nobody to listen to him. Used to have like no friends. Used to like I couldn't like even talk to my family members or anybody that supposedly cared about me without like sweating profusely and shaking and being terrified of conversations. I hide in my room all day. And instead, I decided I'm going to go out there. I'm going to talk to people. Some of you guys are probably in that place right now where you don't feel like you could do this shit. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Be patient. Okay. You don't need this in a year. You don't need this in 2 years. Okay. Give it time. Okay. Every 6 months to a year, you look back and ask yourself, did I improve in the past 6 months to a year? If the answer is yes, run the right course. Okay. Don't look at it from like week to week. Okay. Take your time. Be patient. All right. All right, guys. With that being said, peace.